How many worlds are in this game? I want to say, 7?
With Mario leading the charge, the fabled heroes of the Mushroom Kingdom passed through a magical doorway into the world of Subcon, summoned to save it from evil forces. Wielding new abilities against unfamiliar foes, Mario infiltrated an enemy fortress, and defeated the first enemy general, Mauser. Toad then took the helm, traversing a perilous desert to combat the slithering Trick Light. With 2 worlds down, the adventure continues.
Alright, Luigi, I guess I'll use you now. I think this is the... Yeah, this is the stage I thought it was. With the peaceful waterfalls. The nice, peaceful waterfalls. That evidently are anything but in Doki Doki Panic. Because for whatever reason, Doki Doki Panic, I guess, made these waterfalls completely insane.
There's a whole level of this?
Oh no, no, I got... Oh my god, oh my eyes.
And I guess somebody was like, that's terrible. Let's fix that when we release Mario 2 in the United States. Because as most people know at this point, I'm sure, this wasn't the original Mario Bros. 2. Originally, this was a game called Doki Doki Panic that was... I jumped too early. Go, Luigi! Slippery controls. Oh, God! I almost landed that. There, nice and easy. Don't even need to jump. But as I was saying, as most people know by this point, Super Mario Bros. 2 was actually released as Doki Doki Panic in Japan, and we wouldn't see the real Super Mario Bros. 2 until the, Super Mario All-Stars, when it was released as, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. And then later in Japan, they got this game, which they released it as, I believe the Japanese version of this game is Super Mario Bros. America. But I could be mistaken. Come on, fire guy. Oh dear, I'm a place I'm not supposed to be. I think there's a potion down here. But I don't remember which one it is. This one. This one. I tried to outsmart the game, but instead the game outsmarted me. I'm sure if I had taken it a little bit more to the side, I would have gotten a mushroom. I need to somehow lure this guy over here without getting hit. Whoa. I remember doing this as a kid. It's disappointing, though. I think I've either said this or tried to say this. I feel like this is something I keep trying to say, but then end up not saying it. But, see, this is what I'm talking about with Luigi. I could not, as a kid, for the life of me, land on these frickin' eggs. I mean, I can do it now, but it's just so awkward because of how he hovers for a second. Now, this birdo can shoot anywhere from 1 to 3 eggs. So I've always tried to not die. So I've always tried to just wait until the 3rd egg and then try to land on that, because if you're trying to pick up the 1st or 2nd and he shoots another one, you can get clobbered. So my strategy for the red birdos has always been to not even go for it. Unless it's the 3rd, and then once the 3rd comes out, if it comes out, I assess whether or not it's an egg or a fireball. And that's one good thing about Luigi, is because of that hover, if you understand how to control it, which I just didn't pick up the egg that time. But if you figure out how to effectively control the hover, you can effectively adjust yourself mid-air. So if you're about to hit something, you can dodge it, or if you need to land on something that you're going to otherwise miss, you can readjust. Give me lights, cause I am not doing the best. I'm not doing terribly, but the stages are going to be getting more difficult. So, I have to hope I can keep pressing onward and make it to the end of this fantastical adventure. Those guys, I feel like I know their name, but I don't. I know I've seen it before, and I know it starts with B. It's like B something. Like Beezus.
There is no Beezus. There is only Luke.
But, yeah. I've always found Luigi funny when he's small, because he just has this giant head. Yeah, all the other characters have a giant head as well, but Luigi's is just more amusing. I think because of his chin. The shape of his chin makes his head look like it's bulging out like a balloon. Here's a fun little bomb puzzle that's actually, I think, better in Doki Doki Panic. Because another thing they changed when they released this game, when they made Mario 2 in the States, was they added a run button. In Doki Doki Panic, there's no run button, so you really have to play your cards right with this puzzle. Whereas in this game, you can run, so if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. Unlike in Doki Doki Panic, I knew these guys were going to reappear. I don't even know why I attempted that. But yeah, as opposed to in Doki Doki Panic, whereas if you grab the wrong bombs at the wrong time, in the wrong order, you won't have enough time to reach all the walls, and you'll have to basically kill yourself in one of those pits and try again. I think there actually is something over there, if memory serves, but I don't know if Luigi can reach it. He might be able to, but I think Princess might be the only one who can get over there. Oh, right, it's just this. It's just the other side of this. I remembered there being a secret over there. I think because when I was a kid, I was all about trying to find shortcuts, and there's a good amount of shortcuts in this game that you can find. And I remember that one, like, trying to just jump across that pit. And I think with a running start, Peach was maybe able to. I don't remember which one of these I want to open. One of these has the mushroom. I think it's this one. I don't remember. Because one of these has the mushroom. And it's that one. It's kind of awkward to remember because when you go through the door, the world flips. It goes into a mirrored version of itself. So that makes remembering which side has the mushroom a little weird because you have to remember that. You have to remember based on which side it's basically not on. Whatever side it's on in the mirror world, you have to remember to blow up the opposite. Is what I'm trying to say, and somehow failing. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. No bonus. Let's keep on the Luigi train. And then, sticking with that theme, we'll do the next world with the princess. What stage is this? This is the Bob-omb stage, where we see the introduction to Bob-ombs. Because even though this wasn't originally a Mario game in Japan, that doesn't change the fact that it introduced a lot of future Mario staples. I actually am gonna see if there's a better place to put this. Although, so long as I'm carrying this, I can't run. I think I can't make that jump. Where do I want this? Yeah, that's what I thought. I remembered it being up there, but I don't know how to... I can't remember off the top of my head how to get the potion up there. I think I have to go through the door carrying it, or I could have maybe made that jump with Luigi. Whatever. That potion was a total bust. I remember this room. This was always a memorable stage for me. I don't know exactly why. Maybe because it's easy to remember because it's so repetitive. Or maybe because this is when the game would start getting harder for me as a kid. I can't go this way. Or maybe because of stuff like that. But yeah, this is... Aside from the very early stages, like the World 1 stages, this may actually be the most memorable stage in the game for me. Aside from the fact that I don't remember where to go. Why did I think he was gonna go through that? This room is another part of this stage that I remember because I remember just being able to run these laps. Oh no. Oh no. Luigi, you somehow survived that nonsense. Live to meet Phantos. These rooms gradually get more complicated. And... time to retreat. That was almost me killing myself. Whoa. Phantos is also a much bigger threat in Doki Doki Panic. Oh geez, I looked away from the screen for a second. For some reason I thought I was safe. And then I had an itch. And then next thing I knew, I looked at the screen and Phantos was right in my face. Run, Luigi! Run like the wind! Oh, come on. In regards to being able to control Luigi, he is probably the character that will make most abundant any rustiness I have with this game. Because I'm feeling really awkward with him right now. He's my main guy. I like him a lot. As a kid, I didn't like him, but he grew on me over the years. Once I got older, better at games in general. And that was bad. And I just acquired the ability to control him. He became my favorite. This is... which is neat. Where am I going? If I fall down there, I'll be sent back to the beginning. I don't remember. I don't think there's anything up here. This could be a huge mistake. Where is this taking me? Hello?
Hi there.
This doesn't seem productive. I think that's just another trap to make you think you're making progress at a later point in the stage just to be sent back like this. If I were to fall down there, I would end up in that one area that was previously a dead end. Just giving you those multiple paths, be like, ooh, well, I wonder what's down here, perhaps. I did this wrong. That part's harder than it looks because of the slippery controls. Not that it's hard. It's super easy regardless. It's just a little bit more difficult than it looks. They're really making an intimidating situation here. Ugh! Having to actually focus. Oh, the cherry threw that off. The cherries are supposed to be my friends. Why did it kill me? Oh no. Let's do it from this side. Let's go with the enemy's forward path instead of going against it. That seems like a good idea. Why haven't these guys ever made a return? These and the Hoppy guys I don't think have been in any other Mario game. At least as far as I can recall. I like the shells because you can ride them! And then not ride them. Have it go completely to waste. Who am I fighting? Is this Mauser 2? Yes. Mauser's gotten tricky. His platform is higher, and he's got this pain that's dead. I'm glad now that I missed. Huh! Get that. Luigi's good against this guy because the other characters, especially Toad, have to do their charge jumps to get that up there. Oh, more than 3 hits. Impressive. He's really... Oh, more than 4 hits. This may be the most durable boss in Mario history. A whole 5 hits. That's 2 more than the average. Or, not even the average, just the maximum. Unless you're counting shooting Bowser with fireballs. Alright, Peach for ice level. And now we get to see my favorite enemies in the game. This guy.
When you're the best of friends, having so much fun together.
I have no idea what he's called, but I love him. As a kid, they were always my favorite enemies, just because I thought they were really funny looking with how they slide around. And desperately try to chase you while just slipping all over the place. Want this. But there you go. For those of you who somehow don't know that Peach can float, there's Peach floating. I want this potion. But she cannot pick stuff up quickly. So if there's a lot of coins, there are a lot of parts in the game even where she cannot get all the coins in time because there will just be too many. But she can just float around. Dang it. I'm sure one of these is a potion and that just went to waste. But unless there's a mush. Almost timed it to where I could pull the coin out into the real world. I wasn't deliberately trying to time it, but it almost happened. Rocket ship to the boss! Now we've got Shy Guys riding cannons. Whoa. But yeah, the princess being the best in this game is something I even bring up in conversation every now and then. With other people who I used to play this game with. Even my dad. I even used to play this game a ton with my dad. We used to do 2-player in this game. The game doesn't actually have 2-player. By the way, that's the stage boss. Just that little obstacle course. Maybe they feel like at this point Birdo isn't worth it anymore, so they're just like, let's do something different for this level. But yeah, I even played this game a lot with my dad growing up. My dad and my brother, we would play this game a ton. Either 2 players or 3 players, and we would just alternate either every time somebody died or every time somebody beat a stage, we would switch. And This part. Oh, Twitch failed. I almost Twitch failed again. But yeah, was that guy just running along nothing? Did I see that right? I'm gonna have to play that back in the footage because it just looked like he just went shooting off. Like, whatever. I didn't find the coin, which isn't good. You can ride that water, but I believe if you're standing right on the spout when it shoots, it'll do damage. Just like that, if you hit the side, it'll do damage. I was in a real pickle there. I wasn't exactly sure what I needed to do. I tried to do what I needed to do, but I was a little bit off. Where do I want this for the mushroom? I don't remember. Assuming I ever knew in the first place. Let's try Oops. Come to me, star. Whoosh! Oh, geez, it kills the water. Alright, that's where you want to use it. That's what the potion's for, because there's a warp there, but you can only use the warps if you put a potion next to the pipe, and then enter the pipe through the mirror world. Oh, things are getting advanced. This stage's thing doesn't... Oh, boy. This is a neat part, because we gotta steal this thing from the Shy Guy. Everything about what just happened was failure. Bye, star. Dodge the hedgehogs, another enemy that I don't know what they're called. They're just hedgehogs. They have an official name, I'm sure, that's probably weird. Now we gotta fight Birdo on ice. Peach especially, I feel like, is important to not grab the first or second. But it's easy to land right on what you need. So you can either effectively dodge or land on the thing. I feel like Mario and Toad are the worst to fight these ones with because they can't adjust themselves in the air very well. So it can be difficult to land on the egg or avoid the fireball in the moment based on what it is. With them, I feel like you need to have a bit more advanced notice to be able to pull that off effectively. Oh, wow! That is perfect! That... I've never done that before, I don't think. I've gotten 2 cherries in a row before, but I'm not sure if I've ever gotten 3. Who do I want to use? What level is this? Oh, right, we're still in Ice World. I was so, blown away by the triple cherries that I completely forgot that I was still in Ice World, and therefore wanted to stick with Peach. Here's another little fun puzzle. That's another thing I like about this game over other Mario games. There's puzzles. I mean, they're very simplistic puzzles, but puzzles nonetheless to mix up the gameplay a little bit. Is there anything important in any of these? No. So let's just take this along in case I see a baddie. And into the Ice Fortress. You know, most games, people complain about spikes, like why would falling on a spike kill you? But this game, it makes sense, because those aren't spikes, those are rotating drills. You land on those and they're just gonna just start tearing you apart. Which is pretty brutal. But it makes a lot more sense than most instant-death spikes in games. I used to like trying to ride those guys. It's difficult, you'll like slide around on their head. So I really enjoyed just having fun with these guys, having them chase me around, trying to land on them and ride them around. They were just really fun enemies, and they made me like the ice levels in this game, despite being ice levels. Another ice level I like? Speaking of ice levels, another game where I like the ice level is, this is bad, is Ninja Gaiden 2 for the NES. I don't know if any of the future Ninja Gaiden games even have ice levels, but Ninja Gaiden 2 on the NES, I really wish I knew where the mushrooms were. But I have a tendency to just drop those things right where I see them and hope for the best. Now this is checking to see how good you've been paying attention to the game. Which ones fall? Which ones go back and forth? You gotta catch the right one. So a little test of knowledge even, as a puzzle, testing you to see how well have you been paying attention to the game as you've been progressing through it, by being able to identify the attributes of the enemies that you've been fighting. This is awkward. Gonna kill that guy and then jump, and then jump, and then jump, and then get you out of the way just for safety. Through the door, Peach. I screwed that up. Come on, Phantos, you can't get me. Where's he? Okay, he went down. I was worried he was just gonna come up from nowhere and kill me, although he could still do that. I prefer him being up, since I'm trying to go down. I always thought it was neat how the enemies go behind the door like that. It's weird. It's just a graphical quirk, but it's weird. Is this Fry Guy? Yes, it's Fry Guy, who is probably the hardest boss in the game, aside from maybe Wart. This guy used to stump me a lot as a kid. This is where I would start losing a ton of lives, assuming I even got this far. I feel like of all the bosses in the game, this one is the most memorable for me personally in regards to difficulty. Oh jeez, I forgot about this! I forgot he does that! I completely forgot he does that. Alright. That's convenient. That's not. I just wasted that convenience that I was given. Alright, now we've got this nonsense. Let's try to get them all to one side. And then get the thing. And squish. Door opens! Onward to the next world! These guys look up my dress, which is also kind of weird, I guess. Tell me, Luigi's a Peach, so whatever. Let's be the champion. Just at these towns. Run away! Eat fish! No, my fish! Does fish come back?